The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Art. A to the RT. So many niggas want beef, go to Arby's. Not too many rappers in this game that can stop me feeling cocky. Cause my flow hella stocky. Yeah, and I does this shit. Flow sick, something like when your two cousins kiss. Ill. And y'all niggas know who run this shit. They out of breath. Tell the coach I need 100 bricks. Let me cook them in the oven quick. Take them out when these percussions kick. Yeah, and it was never really a discussion, kids. Trade you to another team like the Russians did. Whoa, what the bitches that be sucking dick? Hit me up, you know I love that shit. Yeah. And it's all go when I touch that bitch. Pass it to me, watch me clutch that shit. Swish, swish.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Street Talk No Chase with Kirk Keys and Tripp Simpson in the building. I am your host, of course, Tripp Simpson, alongside Kirk Keys. Kirk, how's it going today?
Cool. I really like that new little intro you got right there. It's really cool. Only thing about it is my name was outdated. I like to reinvent myself like Diddy every few years, and so I'm not Major Keys no more. But I like that. That joint was solid. I was partying on this intro.
Got you. Yeah, I'll redo it. I just used the old Street Talk No Chase
I'm
joint.
not about it. I was just critiquing.
So yeah, I mean, look, we got a lot to talk about tonight. First off, before we get into the buffoonery that's going on out here in the black community, per usual, right? I want to first go in depth into this Venezuela invasion. Kirk, you do know about the invasion of Venezuela, don't you?
In fact, I do. Kidnapped the whole president, apparently.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna delve deep into why it happened and what it could possibly mean for our country, the United States of America, going forward. I want to real quick first give this disclaimer, okay? And this is just for me, right? I'm not against any of you who are anti-war, because to a certain degree, I'm anti-war, right? I understand why there's so much scrutiny and so much distrust of President Trump making this decision. And in my opinion, he definitely lied about the reasoning for it. So I understand why people are frustrated, all right? But if we're going to be honest, okay? If we're going to be honest.
Did he lie technically?
He did. I think he did. If we're going to be honest and look at the mitigating factors here and the options that he actually had on the table, I believe this was his best move. This was the best move he could have possibly made. And we're going to get into why I think that tonight. So without any further ado, we can get into that, Kirk, unless you wanted to add something real quick before we get started.
I just wanted to say I saw a funny Jon Stewart clip. I think it was earlier today or yesterday, of all the different times Trump said we're going to go get Venezuela's oil. So, right. So it's like, I mean, he faked like it was, drugs and stuff like that too. But at the same time, he also said, yeah, we're going for the oil. We want the oil.
Right. I mean, yeah, he definitely mentioned that, and it's clear it's for the oil. But, of course, he made it seem like it was because of a drug warrant, which it definitely wasn't.
But that's all I wanted to add. You can go ahead.
All right. So, here's the problem that the Trump administration is facing. All right. Now, during Biden's presidency, we suffered a few major blows, okay? The first would be Biden, of course, in an attempt to offset rising fuel costs, decided to tap into our reserve oil barrels that are specifically meant for in case of emergency use. All right? And just in case you don't believe me, just in case you think I'm making this up, that Biden used the reserve oil barrels, I'm going to play a news clip just so we can verify that. Because I know a lot of y'all, you can't verify that. You're just making this up. No, we're going to prove it. All right, so let's get to that video real quick. All right, here we go.
This is a moment of consequence and peril for the world and pain at the pump for American families.
U.S. President Joe Biden on Thursday addressed rising gasoline prices, which have soared during Russia's war with Ukraine, by launching the largest release ever from the U.S. Emergency Oil Reserve.
Today, I'm authorizing the release of 1 million barrels per day for the next 6 months, over 180 million barrels.
That doesn't hold on. That math,
historic amount of time.
That math is not making any sense. This is why this man shouldn't be president. Let's go back real quick. This man said 1 million barrels a day. Actually, no, yeah, he said 6 months, 180 days. That's me. That's me.
You wild.
No, that math was correct. Okay, all right, let's get it.
Time, a 6 months bridge to the fall.
The release of crude oil from the country's strategic petroleum reserve will more than cover oil exports to the U.S. from Russia, which Biden banned this month. The president also called on Congress to make oil companies pay a fee if they are sitting on thousands of unused oil and gas leases and wells on public lands.
I'm calling for a use it or lose it policy. This is the time, not the time to sit on.
Use it or lose it for our reserve oil barrels.
Record profits. It's time to step up for the good of your country.
Biden estimated that the release of U.S. oil reserves could push down gas prices anywhere from 10 cents to 35 cents per gallon, depending on how much allies and partners also release from their reserves.
All right, so there we go. There we have it. So Joe Biden starts depleting basically our oil reserve, all right? That's a major problem, right? Because of the war which he supported in Ukraine. All right. Now, the second major problem we had under the Biden administration was that Saudi Arabia decided to flip-flop on the petrodollar agreement that we've had in place since 1974. Okay. Now, if you're not hip to the importance of the petrodollar and what that actually means for the United States of America, basically, our dollars are not backed by gold, they're backed by oil. All right, and if you don't believe me, I have a video for you, just so we can prove,
qualify the statement,
that this actually happened. Okay, yeah, correct. Qualify the statement, correct. All right, so let's get to that video. Jesus, man. This thing is slow. All right, let's go. Let's get it. So here we go.
The decades-long petrodollar agreement between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia has come to an end. This major shift could reshape the global oil market and challenge the U.S. dollar's dominance. This next report explores the details, what it means for the future of international trade, and the rising trend of de-dollarization. Take a look. In a move shaking the global financial landscape, Saudi Arabia has ended its historic agreement with the United States to exclusively sell oil in U.S. dollars. This petrodollar deal, established in 1974, has been a cornerstone of American economic power. Now, Saudi Arabia is free to sell oil in various currencies, potentially weakening the dollar's dominance in international trade. This shift coincides with the growing influence of the BRICS group, which includes major economies like China, India, and now Saudi Arabia itself. BRICS nations are pushing for greater use of local currencies in international transactions, further challenging the dollar's traditional role. The recent wave of geopolitical tensions, particularly the war in Ukraine and sanctions on Russia, has fueled concerns about the security of dollar-denominated assets.
All right, so there we have it. No need to go through that whole video. You get the point that I was trying to make, okay? Now, once again, why is this a problem? This is a problem because our dollar is literally only valid because you can only buy most oil, and specifically Saudi oil, with the US dollar. Okay, so to keep it simple, like I said earlier, instead of our money being backed by gold, it's backed by oil. Hence the term petro, as in petroleum, dollar. Now, who is the biggest opposition to the petrodollar? China, Russia, and their newly formed alliance. And by newly, I mean like it started in the early 2000s and it's built up by now. But you have the newly formed alliance called the BRICS nations. Okay? That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. BRICS. But it doesn't just include those countries. Okay? It also includes Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, the United Arab Emirates, and it also includes 9 partner countries. Okay, you have Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Nigeria, Thailand, Uganda. I'm about to butcher this word. Uzbekistan. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but and here recently, as stated in the video, Saudi Arabia, which is a huge blow to the U.S. economy. Okay? And honestly, we can thank Israel for that, for the Saudis jumping ship. We can definitely thank Israel for that. Now, why do we thank Israel for that? Because Israel just bombed Qatar for no reason, for real. And with the Saudis seeing Israel just bomb Qatar, like the only reason
bombed Qatar while they were negotiating a peace deal between the United States and Israel and Gaza and Palestine.
Exactly. And the reason that we
and
even,
Iran. That's what it really was, Iran.
Well, no, the reason that we even had that Saudi Arabia is even in the deal with us for the petrodollar is because we promised them total protection.
Yeah, man.
If they only sell their oil with the US dollar. And if Israel could just drop a bomb on Qatar, who we're also allies in the middle
then
of a peace Saudi Arabia's like, nah.
We just gave a base to.
Right.
On our soil.
Right. We
first
gotta,
country to ever do that.
We gotta make some other plans here. But anyways, I got this chart I want to take a look at real quick, okay? This is a chart of the highest number of barrels of oil reserves in the world, right? So it's by country, right? So let's get to that. Can y'all see that? Let me make this bigger.
Oh, you definitely make that bigger.
I don't know if that's come off clear, but all right. So look. So we got the top countries with the highest number of barrels, right, in their reserve. Venezuela at number 1, Saudi Arabia, Canada, Iran, Iraq, the UAE, Kuwait, Russia, Libya, the US at number 10, 11 Nigeria, Kazakhstan, China, Qatar, Brazil, Algeria, Ecuador, Azerbaijan, I don't know what that is, Norway, and then at 20, tied, you have Mexico, Sudan, India, and Oman, right? Those are your top countries with the highest number of oil. And as you can see on this list, damn near every BRICS nation is on there. Okay, collectively, BRICS compromises more than a quarter. Okay, more than a quarter of the global economy in nearly half, and it has nearly half the world's population. Okay, they are literally the top op to the US dollar and have successfully gotten the Saudi Arabians on board, which means the petrodollar is about to be extinct. Unless You replace them. And who do you replace them with?
Somebody on your coast.
You replace them with the country that has the highest oil reserve in the world. You replace them with the country that happens to have the same type of oil that the Saudis have. You replace them with a country that happens to not have any nuclear weapons. And a country who happens to fall under the Monroe Doctrine. In a nutshell.
And a country who is negotiating to get into BRICS too.
Exactly. In a nutshell, when it comes to North, Central, and South America, nigga, we own all this shit. We own all of it. And unfortunately for Maduro, he tried to entertain the ops. And that's all Uncle Donnie needed to see to go ahead and push that button. See, Maduro's been flirting with the ops for quite some time. Okay, he met with Putin in 2017, 2018, and 2019 to discuss strengthening ties and also cooperating with energy, security, and overall opposition to United States influence. Okay? On the day this nigga got captured, he met with top Chinese officials to discuss strengthening their ties. So, I mean, honestly, Trump had no choice. If the dollar falls, all of us fall with it. If we can't continue to fuel our infrastructure at a decent, at a decent rate for what we pay for the oil, then we're all gonna feel the brunt of that economically. This is literally why dumbass Biden started siphoning off all our oil reserves. I mean, he was actively assisting in the accelerated taking of the dollar, whether he realized it or not.
He was asleep at the wheel.
Right. I mean, you're in a goddamn war with Russia and you lose the Saudi petrodollar all in the same term. Think about it. This is what Donald Trump had to deal with day one. Day one, coming into the White House, this is what he had to deal with. All right, then you got Bibi Netanyahu losing his fucking mind, bombing the fuck out of all his neighbors and all our allies in the Middle East, making shit even worse. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even want to be the president of the U.S. I wouldn't even want to be the president anytime soon. Doesn't seem like it's worth the stress. But anyways, that's what we're dealing with here. And I keep hearing people say that this move only benefits Israel. Bruh, we got to use our brains here.
Yeah, this is one that definitely benefits the United States more than it benefits Israel.
Right.
I saw a clip also of Stephen Miller. He even was referencing this, and he was saying this highlights more of us getting rid of the idea that we're supposed to continually strengthen our neighbors, or not our neighbors, continually strengthen our friends in the Middle East and make enemies with their neighbors. He said that specifically, so it really sounds like they're being direct with the idea of we actually not messing with Israel with this move. It's actually a reverse. However, you can also still see how this will probably end up with a central bank in Venezuela, which is also just helping Israel. So it's both sides. I
mean, for sure. I mean, and look, and I'm one of the biggest critics of Israel that you'll find out here.
Of course.
Right? And I'm not saying that there's no Israeli influence or benefit to be made out of this, but let's just keep it a stack.
It still is pro-America.
Right. If
Israel wasn't involved, this is still what America should do based on the global landscape at the end of the day.
If we don't take over Venezuela at this point, the petrodollar is over, period. And like I said, if the petrodollar is over, then so are we. So yeah, Trump, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And also, yo, I want to point something else out with this list, right? Y'all see who number 11 is, right? Listen, you see who number 11? Number 11 is Nigeria. Number 11 is Nigeria. I'm going to tell you like this. Watch how many Christians magically keep getting messed with in Nigeria. See, in Venezuela, they use the drugs. In Nigeria, they're going to use the Christian situation. In Nigeria, I'm telling you right now, they coming.
Okay, Michael. Regular or extra crispy?
Regular or extra crispy, Nigeria, because we're coming for that oil. Oh, shit.
But it's true.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I just think people need to calm down. Yeah.
Have you heard some of the conspiracies around it? Let's make it interesting real quick. Like,
what you got?
Like, Trump was saving Maduro from being held hostage from Cuba.
I mean, I've heard all of that. I mean,
neither of them are relevant because we know no matter what, we're still going to get
right. We're still going to take your oil.
I'm just saying, like, have you heard these type of things too?
I've heard it. I've heard Alex Jones say that Maduro wanted to get caught and that Trump's going to take it easy on him because he's going to expose voting fraud.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, bro, cut the shit, bro. We came in, we took the oil because we're desperate and we need it. Okay,
but two things could also be true.
They could.
Like he could also be about to give up the voter fraud machines and all of that.
And bro, this isn't a
what's the odds that Venezuela, they've said, has had the cleanest elections ever and has these like
they have the dirtiest elections ever.
Actually, but that's not what the politicians are calling it. They had to do something and say something to justify going to get Venezuelan voter machines and all of that type of stuff. But you also know those are just like the fall guys. Like if we're talking like the Candace Owens situation and talking about the Egyptian planes, but we know it really wasn't Egyptians on them planes type stuff. So like who knows if it's even really Venezuelan voter machines, but that still means that this is the narrative they're gonna run with.
For sure. I mean, and listen, Biden was running on when he was saying that Trump was gonna be too soft on Maduro. Biden and them wanted Maduro. So, I mean, to all of a sudden act like Maduro is this saint, it's crazy to me. And then we got these people whining about the U.S. Like, bro, this is our territory, bro. Like it or not, we run North, Central, and South America. We run it. So we gotta, bro, if we gotta take their oil that they not doing shit with anyway, we gotta take their oil and redo their shit. Unfortunately, it has to be done, but honestly, it'll be a benefit to them. We take the oil, we rebuild their infrastructure. Maybe we take all the immigrants that came over here legally during Biden, throw their ass back in Venezuela and have them rebuild their own shit. But this is a positive. And in my opinion, this is a positive. Put a nice little puppet leader in there that's pro-US, that's going to do everything we tell them. I say we do that to the whole goddamn continent. Bro, I mean, I'm just saying. Have you been to any of these countries?
I would be cool if Israel didn't have us.
For sure.
By the balls.
For sure.
If we were our own entity in our own country and ran our shit ourselves and didn't have a potential child sex trafficking ring involved in everything and didn't have a central bank that we go and print money from just to go and give them money back in weapons and all of that, then I would like this. But we still have this one problem. I
agree. I agree 100%.
Cloud over my head. That's all.
I just think that we can't get so locked in on Israel that we don't realize what we got to do for our own survival. Yeah, I mean the whole Israel situation definitely needs to be dealt with, but at the same time, bro, like the dollar's gonna crash if we don't bust a move. And, you know, to me, I don't think it's worth it, you know? If we got to shake up Venezuela a little bit, I mean, it's already a communist country. They're already in soup lines to eat. The corrupt government already...
Sitting on the most oil reserves.
Right. I mean...
most access to oil.
Right. They're sitting on literally $17 trillion. They're sitting on $17 trillion. A country 3 times the size of California is sitting on half the national debt of the United States in oil. and the country hasn't done a damn thing with it. Now, granted, there's probably a lot of people, we're probably at fault for a lot of that too. But they've got all this money. I mean, they got all these resources under the ground in Venezuela, and the best they can do is communism. And also, the hell with Maduro. Maduro's the one who opened up his prisons and sent all them people across our border.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. As far as when we had all these illegal immigrants, and most of them claimed to be from Venezuela at the time. So, and who it was you I was talking to about the self-deportations when we were talking about the numbers and stuff. Yeah, this was at the last podcast before the end of the year, the first one we did when we finally back. And you were saying that the deportation numbers aren't what they should have been, and they are confirming self-deports or something like that. And you're like, how do you even confirm a self-deport? Because it's just somebody that left on their own. But you can't act like you don't see the streets different from this year from last year. This time last year, the streets look absolutely different than what they did right now. And so whether they're actually being deported, whether ICE is coming, clearing them up and sending them somewhere and we don't even know, and who knows, or if they really are just leaving on their own, something's happening, because there's a clear difference in Washington, D.C., I'll tell you that.
I mean, I see a little less Venezuelans on, on those fucking dirt bikes or whatever they want.
Significantly less out there on
those scooters.
Delivering food and stuff. It's significantly less.
But I mean, they're still the majority of the people delivering food.
They're the majority of people delivering food, but that's just the class. That's the class that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's the social class. That's what they're gonna do. But it ain't what it used to be.
I can agree with that. I mean,
you pull up the Asian chicken, it was 5 scooters sitting outside. Now you pull up the Asian chicken, it's 2 scooters sitting outside.
Yeah. But I would tell you this: if you go to the homeless shelters, they're still taking over. Now, one good thing about them is they don't call 911. So when I'm at work, we don't have to run the homeless shelters as much. I know what you mean. Because they don't call 911. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah.
They probably don't even know the number.
2 million self-deportations. I don't see it. I really don't. But it's all good, man. So, I mean, what else you got on this Venezuela thing before we move on to the next topic?
I'm pretty good on Venezuela. I ain't got nothing. I still, before you do go into the next topic, I don't even know how far down this hole I was going to go. I was just going to say, have you seen the wins that came out today? The U.S. housing market, Trump said corporations can no longer buy into it. BlackRock done sold off like $18 million in stock.
Okay.
The health, what's my man? RFK just redid the food chart and said that we gotta get fluoride out of all the water. I feel like if you're getting fluoride out of the water, then obviously we need to start focusing on toothpaste too, and whatever else it's in. That was 2, and it's one more. Damn, what was the third? Oh, I ain't even want to talk about the third one. It ain't that important. But those 2, solid housing market and health, 2 wins today, and it was some type of trade deal that happened today too. I can't remember the specifics.
I mean, he's gonna have to start pumping out wins because
it was some very clear wins, some wins that like neither side can even argue about. Like this shit.
You got the 2026 midterms coming up, and they gotta have something to run on.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's all I wanted to add is just all the Trump haters out here. There's some stuff going on that's worthwhile for the people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't tied to Venezuela, and I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole because. Go ahead.
No, I got you. I mean, I don't mind. Shit, we only 30 minutes in. Shit.
We just got some wins. I just wanted to announce the wins. That's all.
For sure.
And I don't mean we because I'm not a Trump fan, but I want us to win as an Americans.
I hear you. America first.
Exactly. That's what I mean by we.
All right. So up next, we got this whole situation between Adin Ross versus Doechii, Glasses Malone, and Joe Budden. So if you haven't heard, big time streamer Adin Ross has been blasting female rapper Doechii over the last couple of days in response to a song she made where apparently she had some very choice words for him. So real quick, I'm gonna just pull those lyrics up. We'll pull those lyrics up. She says, and I quote, "All that industry plant shit whack. I see it in the blogs." Now, why is that significant? Because about a year ago, Adin Ross called Doechii an industry plant, but so did Joe Budden, but we'll get into that too. So she says, "All that industry plant shit whack. I see it in the blogs. I see you in the chats. You suck every rap nigga's DI from the back. But what's the agenda when the it girl black? Y'all can't fathom that I worked this hard, and y'all can't fathom that I learned this chart." All right, so that's what she had to say. So she called him a D sucker. And she said that he can't handle her being successful because she's black. All right, so real quick, I want to go to what Adin said. Do I have what Adin said? Hold on. I don't have the video of what Adin said. But anyway, long story short, Adin said basically she's a dirty bitch. He kept calling her a bitch, call her dirty bitch, talentless. That's pretty much the extent of it. He called her a bitch a bunch of times, right? Now, rapper and gang member Glasses Malone decided he was going to take up this issue and be at the forefront of black women's rights against Adin Ross. All right, so I want to go to what Glasses Malone had to say about Adin Ross. Okay, here we go. Let me just share this. All right, here we go. So here's Glasses Malone.
I saw that nigga Adin talking shit about Doechii. There's no way you gonna think this cool. There's no way you think this gonna be cool.
You can't do that.
You thinking you popping and talking shit about that sister? I'm gonna fuck what she said to that art. You keep calling her names, bro. I swear to God on Olivia, bro. It's going to come to a place where that's like it's permanent. You can't take that off. AD let you get away with it the first time. He should have fucked you around and he didn't. Niggas keep letting you get it off because they want to be cool with you. It's one thing to say, hey man, you know what? That lady ain't said your name, so you assuming it, you finna start calling her out her name. I'm telling you right now, 7th Street Crit, nigga not going for that. It ain't even got nothing to do with TDE. Eventually you just a white man talking shit about this sister.
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down to. And I'm just keeping it a being with you, bro. I know you fuck with Act. I know you fuck with Flock and a couple niggas. You cannot be no motherfucking white man talking that much shit about that black woman. That just not gonna fly, homie. I don't give a fuck what she's saying. I don't give a fuck about what you think is happening. I don't give a fuck if you think that shit dissing you. You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman. On God, bro. And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the niggas around you. I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But all the niggas around you, they don't got your money. They don't got none of that shit. Niggas gonna start pressing all the niggas, and I'm gonna make it my business to make Crip start pressing all the niggas around. All the niggas that's black around you. Every nigga that lets you get that off. You're not finna sit there and just be talking about that black lady, bro. That's just not gonna fly like that. It's not gonna fly like that. That's one thing. I get what you're saying, but not.
All right, so that's what he had to say. I mean, first of all, I think that's some coward shit. I
support it. I need to know what Adin was saying about Doechii and why. He kind of gave background, but it wasn't enough background. Like, I need to hear Adin and what he talking about.
I mean, okay, let me see if I can find the video.
And if it's justified. And
I mean,
I can hear him and see what he's saying. If it ain't even justified, he's just talking about her. And then,
well, okay. So,
but if Doechii actually started it and just like,
no. So here's the thing: Adin Ross has been critical of Doechii. That's why she made the song, right? He said, I mean, but Doechii says a lot of interesting things. She's like an extreme feminist, so she says like wild shit. Like the speech she gave after she got some award was wild. Like she does things like that to push the buttons, right? But Adin has been critical of her, saying that she's an industry plant, which not just Adin, Joe Budden, who also ends up siding with Doechii in this situation, interestingly, also said she was an industry plant. A lot of people think she's an industry plant. Adin Ross is a streamer. His job is to commentate on shit that's going on in American culture. Now, has he called her out of her name before? I think he had. He's called her a bitch before. So she bounced back with her song, calling him a dick sucker and all this other shit, right? So he responded to her song and was just like, fuck that bitch. He called her, basically he called her a bitch a bunch of times. He didn't call her a black bitch. He didn't refer to her, it wasn't a racial thing. He's responding to somebody who he doesn't like, who said things about him. So for Glasses Malone to hop in and then try to make it about race, I think it's just corny and I think it's a grift.
I'm big on the two things can be true world. It might be a grift, but I support it. I would do the same thing.
I would. I'm to be honest with you, I'm
I
tired.
already told you, bro. I'm racist. We talked about this in the last episode.
I'm tired. I'm tired
you're
of
sexist, so that's why you feel the
I'm
way
tired
you
of
feel.
having. I'm tired of black men having to jump in front of the bullet for, and I'm not talking about all black women, but especially for a black woman like Doechii, a ungrateful bitch. She doesn't even like heterosexual black men. She doesn't even like us, and she stated this several times. So for Glasses Malone, and to some degree, I respect it because he's streaming now. So this beef with Adin Ross is feeding him. Adin Ross is arguably the biggest streamer in the world. So
and nobody pays attention to Glasses Malone. Glasses Malone has commented on a post of mine before.
I be commenting on
Maya when she passed. He randomly seen that joint, the tribute that we did to her, and he posted on that joint. So like obviously he just got regular time today to do regular stuff about people he don't even know. So
right. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't
think so either. I fucked with that.
I just think it's corny.
It's cool. It made me pay more attention to Glasses Malone. I've never listened to a song, but I still pay attention to Glasses Malone. See what I'm saying? Like he's a lifestyle type person.
Right. So, that's where we are with that.
But I support it though at the end of the day.
Now let's go to Joe Budden. I want to go to Joe Budden.
Protect black women or not, whether you support protecting black women or not, I think it's necessary to be spoken.
Well, I don't support.
If she didn't start it,
I don't support. I don't care if she started it or not. I don't support hopping in shit for uncontrollable women. Especially if you're a feminist. If you're a feminist, that means you can't be controlled. I don't protect anything that I can't.
About Pastor Jamal Bryant and his wife.
I think that's ridiculous.
For those that don't know, she wore this dress. It wasn't even revealing. It was strapless, and it was flesh colored, and so people see it and it looks like it's super revealing because it was flesh colored, but like her skin wasn't showing outside of her arms.
I mean, I think that's ridiculous too, and I do want to possibly get to that today.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a solid topic and it kind of ties into this because he had to then defend the outfit and act like he bought it. I mean, he might have really bought it, obviously. I'm just saying. I mean, it's his money either way, but but I'm just saying he went and defended it, and the way he defended it, I kind of support, I kind of don't, because...
Hold on, before we go there, let's finish this because I want to get into Joe Budden's comments. We still got a lot with this.
I do want to hear Joe Budden's comments too, because you said, here's the interesting part. Joe Budden agrees with Adin Ross, but still sided with Doechii.
Well,
or with Glasses Malone.
Yeah. So all right, let's go to that.
I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy.
Same.
I am sorry, because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah. I didn't know at first.
She was talking a little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Oh,
because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, really? Wild shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And
I want to stop right there, right?
They saying it that bad, bro.
I want to stop right there, right?
You show Glasses clip, you showing Joe clip. Why you ain't showing Adin clip? Was it that bad?
It's bad. I mean, it was. He called. Listen.
Yes.
He called her.
Step up and support Doechii.
No, because it didn't have nothing to do with race. And number two,
who cares if it had anything to do with race?
How the fuck are you a Crip? Right. Number one, you're a Crip.
Okay.
So try to make yourself this advocate for black people when you're in a group that arguably kills more black people every day than anything else on the planet is fucking ridiculous.
But you could also try and shift that.
Also, you're a rapper. Your friends are rappers. You're a LA rapper or you're a California rapper. Every other word in California rap is bitch, hoe, and slut. That's all niggas in LA do. Excuse me, I don't want to just limit it to LA. That's all niggas in California do, is call women bitches. That's all they do. The pimp game is the biggest in California. But you're not out here,
Bruh.
You're not out here telling pimps they shouldn't pimp.
So if Adin Ross called her a nigga, you wouldn't care. You know Nick Fuentes, he be saying nigga, and that's cool because he's talking to white people.
But hold on. But he didn't call her a nigga.
But that's my point. What we're saying here, you're just like diluting it to certain things are okay and other things aren't. It don't matter if all these niggas in LA run around calling women bitches. Adin Ross can't do it.
Why can't he?
This is why right here.
But
because there's rules. The same reason he can't call nobody a nigga.
First of all, he can. First of all,
can, and this will be the repercussion for it.
But
simple as that.
First of all,
everybody has the right to act how they act.
First of all, it won't be
like that.
First of all, it won't be any repercussions because this motherfucker has top tier security.
All right, cool.
So
and he just said what the repercussion will be. We can't get to you, but we can get to all your friends. And when all your friends start getting touched, you're gonna start feeling some type of way. You're gonna watch what you say.
It would
simple as that.
I would just say this.
I support it 100%.
It would be intellectually. It would be intellectually irresponsible for Glasses Malone to deputize people to go after Adin Ross and people that Adin Ross are affiliated with. That's stupid. Because the people that Adin Ross are affiliated with also have security. He's not rolling around with broke niggas.
Call it what you want, bro.
Okay, call it what you want, but you're deputizing other black men that you claim you care about to go crash out to have an emotional response over some words over the internet for some shit that don't even fucking matter.
You know how many people crash out and get away with it?
Doesn't matter, but that's basically the black community in a nutshell. That's why it's a failure. Because you got a bunch of niggas ready to crash out over shit that don't even matter. Meanwhile, World War III is going on. The fucking dollar's about to crash, and niggas are mad about what somebody don't like me. Somebody called this girl a bitch. Niggas are just fucking retarded, bro. Like, you can't. A grown man can't operate responding to things irrationally on a daily basis. You just can't do that. It doesn't work. You can look at the black community as an example of why that doesn't work. If you go to Central Cell Block in Washington, D.C. right now, right? That's where you go. If you get locked up, that's where you go right away before you get sent off to jail or court or wherever you're about to go after that. It's nothing but niggas in there making irrational decisions. That's all it is. Black men and black women who can't control their emotions over words. So yeah, if you want to be deputized by Glasses Malone and go out and try to attack Adin Ross because he called some weirdo a bitch, go right ahead. But you're going to deserve what you get. Because Glasses Malone ain't gonna go out and do it. That's why he deputizing other people to do it. He's just grifting online so he can get paid. It's as simple as that.
Hey man, all sounds good and I don't disagree with you, but I still support 100% what just happened. There's tears in life. If you ain't gonna go clean up the hood so that niggas aren't crashing out, you might as well send the crash outs to go crash outs on the niggas that are crashing out on your people.
But they're not crashing out on your people. And Doechii's not even your people. Doechii's rich.
You just rapped.
Doechii's
just wrapped up. Let me talk. Crash out against your own people. You just said that's what they do. All right, let's stop doing that. Crash out against niggas that are out here just talking crazy against your people.
Kirk, that's ridiculous.
All right,
you know that's ridiculous. You know that's ridiculous.
Hey man, there's 3 options in life. Pick one. Just don't crash out at all. Crash out for a good reason. Crash out for a bad reason. The fuck? What are we talking about here? No, we watching niggas crash out for bad reasons.
There's other options in life. There's work hard, study, become an engineer.
Don't crash out at all.
Raise a family.
I said there's 3. Don't crash out at all. That's all the things that you're listing. That's not crashing out. All right, cool. Crash out for a bad reason or crash out for a good reason. See what I'm saying? We're talking about the crash outs right now. We're not even talking about the people who aren't doing all the other shit. Sometimes it's just a wasted breath. Like the crash out is going to crash out. So you might as well tell them, yeah, go crash out for a cause.
All right, let's go to Adin's. Let's go to Adin's response. All right, let's
what
go.
Did Joe Budden? Did we finish what Joe Budden said? Though?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
I don't feel like we did.
Yeah, we finished with Joe.
All right, my bad.
You want to admit it? You're a simp. You're fat as fuck. She's not gonna fuck you, fat fuck. I don't know what to tell you. This falling off podcast of you. Look at these two fucking old heads. Can you guys go take care of your fucking kids, please, guys? It's actually getting embarrassing. Why are you wearing sunglasses in the fucking house? You're that fucking ugly. Go take care of your children. Go feed them, bro. Holy fuck. Please. It's just like, at this point, it comes to a point. You guys have children. I know you do. You probably have multiple baby mamas. I'm not stupid. Go take care of your fucking kids. Please. For God's sake.
Then the funny part is, hold on. Let me say this. They keep saying this white boy, this white man. Adin Ross is not white.
He's Jewish.
He is Jewish. He is Jewish. He is not white. He specifically always tells people, I am not white. I am. Matter of fact, he just linked on Joe Budden a week ago.
But this is twofold. A, Jewish is even worse. And B, I just dropped something. A, Jewish is even worse. And B, sorry, Jewish people. And B, not sorry. And B, and this whole diatribe is white and black, bro. I don't even care. Like, that's the whole issue with the mixed race Drake situation.
But no,
like,
it's not
like,
black and white.
It don't matter.
It's not black and white.
Yeah, because then we can talk about Nick Fuentes, who's white, and he's just completely against Jewish people. But so what in this dynamic right here? You're asking me to identify somebody's race that ain't my race at the end of the day, and I don't care what he's talking about, what he actually is.
I'm telling you,
they don't care that he's self-identifying as Jewish all day.
This is an argument between two assholes. Adin Ross and Doechii. Doechii's a fucking asshole. Adin Ross, to a lot of people, Adin Ross is an asshole. Let these people fight. Adin Ross didn't call, and even if he did call her that, I wouldn't be mad, but I would understand if other blacks got mad, if he'd have been like, you black bitch, you whatever. If he would have made it about race. He stated specifically, this is not about race. Because even the little black dude who he be with, right, tried to instigate it. He's like, yo, dog, you can't talk about the black queen like that. He's like, nah, it's not about that. I just don't like that bitch. Cool. They don't like each other. Doechii also doesn't like heterosexual black men. For the record, you're a feminist, you're equal to men, fight your fight.
Somebody doesn't have to like me for me to defend them, bro.
Well,
like that, you keep saying that because she don't want dick, we shouldn't be supporting her. Like, nigga, what
I'm
does
saying
that have
is,
to do with anything?
what I'm saying
she don't
is,
gotta want me for me to feel like she should be protected.
She constantly speaks about heterosexual men being the problem with society and a red flag. So
because they don't do the things necessary in society, like tell this little Jewish boy stop talking crazy.
For what? You told him he was a dick sucker.
Because he started it though. She did it for what? She didn't come out of nowhere talking about Adin Ross.
She didn't make a song about Joe Budden?
She didn't put him in his music for no reason. And her music for no reason. It didn't start with, let me put Adin Ross in a song because I don't like that nigga.
Let's continue.
It's just embarrassing, dude. You guys will defend this girl, but you won't even.
Whole time though, he said these niggas don't take care of the kids. Glasses Malone ain't got no kids though. Hey, look. You could make an argument that that's racist.
Exactly, that's what I was getting at. That's what I was about to say. That's even crazy.
But they already bought race into it.
Whether he's making it, but I'm sure he did that multiple other times too. I bet there's other examples of little innuendos like that where they can point out, which is why they're even going like this.
Why do the innuendos exist?
Because of pussy niggas exacerbating them like that when they don't exist in the first place. He's talking
Shit,
about
they definitely exist,
no, that's
bro.
not what I meant. When you're talking, but when you add it into situations where it don't really exist, Glass Malone ain't got no kids.
Bro.
He just said they got kids and probably multiple baby mamas.
This is why I couldn't
And then
be
he
white.
said,
This is why I couldn't be white,
naive,
bro.
and is what he added in.
This is why I couldn't be right. I'd be cooked if I was white, because it's no way I could sit up and literally watch any interview with a black person when white people come up and they just say whatever they want. Any stereotype about white people flies off the tongue, easiest Sunday morning. As a white person, you hit one little thing. You could be like, you could make a reference to like some food black people like, and you're struck down, you're canceled. Bruh, that's insane, bruh. Glasses Malone, when he responded,
I can't argue that, because if a white person is like, they love chicken and watermelon, niggas gonna be mad. But if we sit there like, they love cheese and crackers, like
they don't season their food. They don't wash their hands. They smell like wet dog. Like
they put raisins in their potatoes, like whatever niggas complain about.
But we constantly air white people out just on subconscious, just without even knowing it.
Often they actually just laugh along with it, like on social media and shit. They don't even get defensive.
Bro, I couldn't be white, bro, because I would be canceled. Right?
That is a line that I can't stand. I can't get along with you on that one. We are very sensitive when it comes to all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Your own baby mama, you probably treat her like shit. Like, we got to make it make sense here, bro.
And those are
you know what I mean? Like, you're not tough shit. You're fat. I'm sorry, you're fat. You're fat fuck. And you guys are both ugly as shit. That's why you both wear glasses, to hide your fucking ugliness.
Sister.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks he's cooking to. Like that shit's not
That's
even
the funny part. Yeah. It's like your Jones is so like elementary school, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Who could be like? Why are niggas crashing out over this dude,
why
bro?
are you even mad at this shit?
Like,
Oh, white. I'm taking the card. Check this one time. Fuck it. You ready? I'm not white. I'm Jewish. So you're an anti-Semite and a bigot.
That's what it's coming down to.
Yo, bro.
I'm just keeping it a bean with you, bro. I know you fuck with Act. I know you fuck with Flock and a couple niggas. You cannot be no motherfucking white man talking that much shit about that black woman.
Fuck Doechii industry plan.
That's just not
allegedly, in my opinion,
gonna fly, homie. I don't give a fuck what she's saying. I don't give a fuck about what you think is happening. I don't give a fuck if you.
Oh, got it. So this bitch could do something to me, right? But so I just have to sit here and take because I'm the white man, right? I'm the white man. No, motherfucker, you thought wrong, fatso. I'm the Jewish man.
You think that shit dissing you? You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman.
Well, just did again 30 times.
On God, bro. And I'm
on God, bro. I just did.
And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the niggas around you.
Cool. Do it. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But
oh well, if you do come to me and you do try to get at me, I'm gonna have you arrested, sir.
let's hold it right there. Let's hold it right there. That was the most prolific thing said in this whole beef, in my opinion. Oh, you want to intimidate me with gangs, huh? Okay, well, I'll just call the cops. I'll get you arrested. The nigga rose, I don't know if you saw it, well, you probably didn't. But Academics did a video on this, and he was saying like how Adin Ross, he was saying like Glasses Malone should really kind of re-step what he's saying, trying to deputize people into trying to attack Adin or anybody around him, because he was like, this nigga rolls around with Secret Service level. He rolls around with actual cops and ex-cops as his security. Like, it's Secret Service level security. So if you want to be a fool and run up on Adin Ross or one of these niggas that Adin Ross is friends with, you're gonna either get, if you're lucky, you're gonna get locked up. If you're lucky. Like, this is stupid. Like, there's other things that we could be worried about out here. But you're making this, and we'll get into it. I'm gonna let Adin keep talking, and then we'll get into the other shit. Let's go.
I'm gonna actually just have you in handcuffs. So, yeah, I'm not really afraid of you.
All right, so that's that. And, like I said earlier, my take, Adin may very well be in the wrong here, right? But whether he is or he isn't, Glasses Malone and Joe Budden, in my opinion, are totally in the wrong for butting in a conversation and then trying to fake threaten this man with violence, right? To me, the corniest thing about this whole situation, and let's keep it a beam, is that Doechii, like I said earlier, Doechii don't even like black men or straight black men. Matter of fact, let me stop talking about that shit. I'm just gonna play the video. Just gonna play what Doechii said. Man, where is it? I know I got it somewhere. Oh, okay, I think this is it. Hold on. All right, here we go. We'll play this video from Doechii. She's on some podcast.
Okay, this is a huge red flag for me. All right. It's so crazy. I was gonna say men.
Did you catch that? Straight men. Yeah, but I mean, in essence, they were talking about black men because prior in the conversation, it was about that. But anyway, let's go. I'm gonna play it again.
Okay, this is a huge red flag for me. All right. It's so crazy. I was gonna say men. Strike one. You're a man. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, all these dudes defending her. Do you guys understand that she doesn't even like you? She that's the thing. Like, that's insane. You wouldn't be here.
I don't need to hear his take on it, but yeah. I mean, so in Doechii's on record, she spits this feminist liberal rhetoric. That's what she does.
You think she an industry plant?
Definitely.
You think Kendrick an industry plant?
No, I don't.
You think Kendrick built Top Dog enough that they could go and have?
I think Kendrick's not a fool.
No.
Hold on, because you're leading the witness.
But I know, but once you said no, you answered the question. I didn't want you to answer with explanation. I just wanted you to answer. So
all right, go ahead.
So what I was going to ask was, do you think Kendrick made Top Dog TDE specifically big enough to where now they can accept industry plants? Like, here's Doechii, industry plant that we need to do their.
If I was Top Dog in Kendrick, I would take an industry plant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because that's why I said I don't think they weren't that at the time.
We're here to make money
enough to now do it to where, because I've always wondered, like, how did Doechii get the look, the Kendrick look? She get Kendrick looks, John, like as a new artist.
But I would take it to
the music isn't good enough to be.
It's not
that.
But like, you know what though? Adin Ross said this.
When I watch her perform it, I like it. When I actually when I listen to it, just sitting and listening to it, I don't like it.
I'd rather rather see Lizzo.
And I was gonna say, and I can't sit and act like it's because it's women rap, because now I'm starting to like Cardi. I definitely have always liked No Name. There's different women out here who I can listen to and ride to and all of that. So like, it's not that. It's just her shit is kind of weird. But I mess with the women who like it. They seem like cool women. So maybe it's just everything for everybody. Same way you don't like Kendrick, but I do.
I mean, me personally, bro. I just.
But so I can see the industry plant comment too. That's more so what I would rather focus on, because I do believe in deputizing niggas for white people. Whether it actually happens or not, just let them know, like, it's possible. You don't even gotta touch them. Just show up and look them in their eyes a good time or two.
I just can't listen.
And you going on Joe Budden about it, and Joe Budden didn't crash out. He just said the same thing that I'm saying. He supports Glasses Malone deputizing niggas and hopes that it happens. And Joe Budden, being a podcast nigga too, probably just wants to see his competition taken out in a way.
I support black women getting put in their place.
Now I told your ass, if you want something slow and green, you better get you a turtle, ho.
Nah, I'm not saying that about all. This is what I'm saying. When I say that, right, I'm saying that because these women are on the loose, bro. They're on the loose, wreaking havoc everywhere they go. So if it takes a Jewish man like Adin Ross to say, you know what, Blah, 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 blah.
Adin Ross an industry plant?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Why is an industry plant calling out an industry plant? Both of y'all.
But then again, I don't know. But honestly, I'll say this. I don't know enough about these young streamers to know, like, I know that a lot, you know what, I'm not going to say that, because I know that a lot of these guys, even Nick, Academics, all of these guys, a lot of these guys came up playing video games with the streaming shit and just blew the fuck up. DDG, all them niggas, they blew. There's a rapper, YBM Namir, was a video gamer and ended up becoming a platinum selling rap artist. These motherfuckers came up off playing games, bro. Most of the streamers out these days came up playing games. Kai Cenat, I think he came up playing games. So I really can't necessarily call Adin an industry plant because I don't know enough about that industry, but I can definitely say that Doechii is. So yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, you know, and that's why I say, bro, black men have serious white knight syndrome. I'm sorry. It's a serious epidemic in the black community, man. I'm just like, bro, why are you in a rush to come save this brainwashed alphabet mafia flag waving weirdo? She thinks that she's equal to men. So let her handle her own. She's a feminist. Let her handle her own beef. Let her handle her own beef. And also, man, stop bringing race into shit like this. I think that's corny, bro. Like, it shows your intellectual lack thereof. If you can't go back and forth with somebody without accusing them of an atrocity, you're just not that smart. Like
Kanye and Taylor Swift, no race in that.
You said what?
Kanye and Taylor Swift. No
I think Kanye was a fool for that. I think that was dumb on Kanye, and I like Kanye. I think that was a rare Kanye L.
Why?
Because he
was standing up for a black woman.
I mean, he got up on the stage, bro. No, it's not because he's standing up for a black woman. Your argument was dumb because Taylor Swift. Okay, Beyonce caters to a certain crowd of people, right? Whereas though Taylor Swift damn near caters to all people, because the majority of the United States is white, plus Hispanics, Asians, and a big portion of black people all like Taylor Swift.
You don't think it's the same way with Beyonce?
No, I don't. Beyonce has a huge black women following, but see, the thing is, black women got the biggest mouths. That's what gives Beyonce most of her fucking relevance, because black women got the biggest mouths ever. It could be 3 of them. They're gonna out-talk 300 other women. 3 black women are gonna out-talk 300 others off the break. So if you got 6 million Beyonce fans, they're gonna out-talk 1 billion other people. Period.
Can't argue that.
they're gonna out-talk. Anytime, like.
Because then you just look at the concerts. I've been to many Beyonce concerts. It's definitely not a super diverse crowd.
It's not, but other women do like Beyonce. I'm not taking anything away from Beyonce, but like,
it's not the super.
Beyonce can get into it with like, she could probably get into it with the Queen of England, and under the Queen of England's post, it's gonna be all bees, bzz, 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 just. Because black women, you know, they got burner accounts and all that. They're going to use all their resources to out-talk the ops. That's what they do.
Yeah, I was part of the Beehive. I'm hip. I removed myself when she started coming out with these various albums. I got that thug in love.
Bro, you're a part of the Beehive.
Ain't nobody bending me over. Oh, so you doing the bending?
When she was country album. What was the album before that? Sounded like it was like some rave music or like some fashion show music and all that. Like, even though that'd be a lot of her music, but yeah, I can't get with the shift. I had to stop after a while.
I mean, she had to reinvent herself.
Yeah, she had to run. But Lemonade, boy, I was on them Lemonade, maybe B-Day.
Nah, Lemonade was good. B-Day was good too. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was on a Beehive for sure. I've been to 4 concerts. On the Run 2. No, I ain't go to On the Run 2. I went to On the Run. I ain't even no need to list, bro. I've been to all of them. I've been to the last couple. And it was just coincidence, though. I wasn't even probably buying them tickets. Like, I just, life and looking out for me. Making women happy.
Say no more.
Yeah, gigolo type, man.
Ah, shit. Anyways, we can put this to rest soon. I'm just gonna say, like, my main point is just let her handle her own beef, bro. And stop bringing all this motherfucking race baiting shit up, because it's not going to improve the black community. Beating up Adin Ross is not going to improve anything in the black community, and that's my whole point. I
don't know.
It's not.
Be the Montgomery Brawl. Get a good little motivation day out of it. Because he is Jewish, and we do need some, you know.
I mean, that didn't do anything. Montgomery Brawl didn't do anything.
It made people feel good for a day. Sometimes you need a feel good day.
No. Sometimes you need to work hard and try to actually really get a real victory. That's what we need to do.
Two things can be true.
Yeah. Well, not if you're locked up for it. But I was going to go through this nigga's tweets to show you how this nigga's grifting, but I don't even care at this point. Like, I think the point is there. Unless you want to see his tweets. Nah, I want to show this one tweet, though. I do want to show this one tweet. I want to show this one tweet from Glasses Malone. I just want to, now, you know what? Let me stick to the script, bro. That's why we got a script in the first place, right? I want to show you this nigga's tweets, because I really think this is a grift. And Kirk, you let me know whether this is a grift or not. Okay. So this nigga posts this. Okay, look at this. He posts this. You see this? He says, community, as in cuz, I guess. Yeah. As in Crip. Community revolution in progress. As if him, hold up. Can the people see this? Damn, hold up. The people cannot see it. Hold on.
That's what he was talking about. He couldn't have been talking about that. You better not tell me he was talking about that. You don't know what he was doing.
I'm telling you, this is definitely what he's talking about.
In this community.
Dog, this is what he's talking. He's been talking about this ever since he went against Adin Ross. And you see what I had to say to him. I said, a revolt from what to what? So because you defend some weirdo alphabet flag waving black woman, parentheses, who hates straight black men from an altercation she started, this is going to spark a revelation? This is the actual problem. Black men defending foolishness. Now, I want to go to a couple more of his tweets. This motherfucker was really grifting off this shit the whole week. He's doing a podcast actually right now. Talking about stand up for the black community, some shit like that. Here go Glasses Malone. This is what Crippin' and Budden is all about. Standing on business. Every black man ain't scared of the police. That was his response to Adin Ross.
See Joe Budden joint say, I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to group up all the Crips and beat up homeboy. That's all he said, bro.
That's the video we just played.
I know. I think Joe gets a pass for his comment.
I mean, I love Joe Budden, so
Joe Budden's just doing exactly what we doing. He just took my side and not your side.
Joe Budden's a grifter, not a grifter. Joe Budden is a he latches on.
Yeah,
I get it. He latches on to the wave, and he knows that that's gonna bring him all type of traction. Yeah. So I'm not mad at Joe. I'm not even mad at Glasses Malone. I just wish these niggas would stop being so corny and making us look.
Once you showed me his tweets, I get it. He did do too much.
So
ain't no revolution coming out of beating up Adin Ross.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But he had to sound like he really could get some backup. So you got to call everybody. Get the whole social media, rally the troops. But that looked the most corniest out of the whole situation.
I'm gonna see if I can find this Jamal Bryant thing, and we can get into that before we get out of here. Hold on. I think I got it saved in my Instagram shit somewhere.
Which one you got saved specifically? Is pulpit response or something?
I got it saved somewhere, bro. I just don't know where the hell.
Right there.
Where's it?
I saw him in a suit down. Oh, nah, right there.
Nah, that's my man. I agree with the preacher who said
right
this.
Here.
Where?
Oh, you talking about the Bishop Patrick Wooding? You talking about?
Yeah.
That was his response. The preacher's response.
Damn, hold on.
I was talking about go back up right there. Stop. Go down. In the middle underneath Taraji. Who's that? That ain't it. I just saw him in a suit.
Nah, I'm gonna look on Twitter. I'm gonna see if I can find it on Twitter. Jamal. And bear with us. Also, guys, if you're watching live on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching live on X, and
send it to a friend.
We like 50 deep on X, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, let's see if we can find Jamal Bryant's. Jamal Bryant dress. Hold up, no, that's searching in bookmarks, that's why. Okay, here we go. Here's Jamal Bryant.
I needed to deal with it head on because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on.
Why? Hold on. Let me go. Okay. Here y'all go. Y'all can see it now. Hold on. Let's rewind. This nigga, he seemed a little. I got that thug in love. What's up with all that, bro?
He just act like a pastor.
Nah, bro. One of these new age.
Yeah.
I'm a Geno Jennings. You know what I'm saying?
New pastors, they gotta talk with the little twang and all that.
Because
they try to act like them old pastors. The old pastors used to act like pimps,
bro.
So they try to act like them, but they look crazy in modern day because ain't no more pimps.
And all they do is the whole church is centered around catering to women.
100%. His entire response was to get the women to shout and cheer.
To come in and give them more money.
In there, I bet felt 50-50. Like it's probably like, I feel you, but I don't know, my nigga. But if let her play, because I want to address the parts that I like and the parts that I didn't like, because it is 50-50.
I needed to deal with it head on because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund.
Who cares? The United Negro College Fund is a fucking scam. Sorry, my bad, Kurt. Let me just let him cook. But you know it's a scam. I know it's a scam. You know it's a scam. We all know it's a scam.
Yeah.
I
taking niggas' money to go do something else with niggas.
Bro, I really do kind of hate these niggas,
more
bro.
Taxes.
I really kind of hate these niggas. I really do. Because I see what they doing, bro.
They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for HBCUs in the country.
Why is he talking like Cat Williams?
But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now you got to help some people because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing.
That's one of them lines right there.
All right, go ahead.
Let me hype the church up. Get everybody all hype real quick by saying something like that, because it don't matter. Where's the relevance of where you been and what you done and what you seen and all of that?
I mean, bro,
women want to just act like, I'm better than everybody, so that's why I could wear this dress, because
he hypes the women. That's what he do.
You just don't know shit about this dress. So
bro, he's the definition of a false prophet, bro.
Keep going.
A false prophet. Let me say this. A false prophet doesn't do this. I mean, excuse me. This is what a false prophet does. I'm sorry. A real man of God doesn't try to inflate the ego of women, because if you read the first fucking chapter of the Bible, it tells you what the ego of women do. We fell out of favor with God because of the ego of women in the first chapter. You idiot. God, jeez. Bro, let's go, man. My bad.
Furthermore, I needed to set the record straight. Y'all don't like this. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. Now, if you wanted a first lady that looked like Little House on the Prairie,
always bringing race into it, bro. Oh my, bro, I'm telling you, even when racism is not around, these niggas still invoke it.
Well, he ain't necessarily saying nothing about race, but we know what was being.
What does Little House on the Prairie have to do with this?
Clothed up, covered up.
Yeah, well, the Bible literally says
dresses, big loose dresses.
The Bible literally says that's what you're supposed to have on as a woman.
I know.
Like this is blasphemy. And when you got a whole stadium full of black women, you got a whole stadium full of black women cheering this shit on. This is what I was talking about with the whole Glasses Malone, Joe Budden shit.
That's why I use this as an example.
It's the easiest way to the. It's the easiest way to the
Sometimes
bag.
I just hear what you're saying, and I'm just like, well, I get it, but you could have used a better example for it, and this popped in my head.
For sure.
That's all. Go ahead.
For sure, but like, bro, this is the shit that is. This is why black men are not respected and not taken seriously. Because this is the type of shit we do.
Because I want to highlight. This is the part that it ain't even to the part I really didn't like.
For real?
The whole thing was cool so far, only because
it gets worse.
I'm not a stickler for policing women's dress. So I honestly, genuinely don't even care about all of this. Like, I saw the dress. I didn't even know who the woman was, but I knew she was something to do with church clergy because all of my church clergy friends on Facebook and Instagram was talking about it and all of that. So I knew she was somebody. Then I saw Jamal Bryant's response about it at this one right here. And that's when I was like, oh, that was his wife that wore the dress? Oh, that was why this was such a big deal. All right, cool. But I knew on seeing the dress, because I done been somewhere and I know something, that it was just a flesh colored dress. She wasn't naked.
Of course it was. But it's the appearance, bro.
Yeah, it's the appearance. It's what do men's eyes do when they see that?
They looking at you.
And what do you want men's eyes to do when they see that? And as much as finish, and then I'm gonna finish because this is the point right here. Actually, no, before you finish. As much as I do want men to look, not men to look at my wife, I want to have the looker in the room. I want myself to be in a room full of women and know that the woman I came with is still one of the women that I'm still want to see if I wasn't here with her in the room. So that's how I pick women. Honestly, I'm shallow. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's just how I go. And so I can understand his point of not wanting the Little House on the Prairie if you're insinuating like the looks and all of that, but not necessarily the dress, because I still, even as you are fashionable and showing up, I want you to present yourself in a certain manner. But none of that has to do with what he's about to say.
Here's the thing though, Kirk.
what you want.
If you and I want that, that's fine.
And that's the other part.
But we're not out here. We're not proclaiming to be
any type of leader.
There's a Bible
for God.
There's a fucking there's a Bible.
I know the pressure that puts on, and I don't want that pressure. That's why I didn't choose that pressure and that lifestyle.
Whether you wanted the pressure or not, right? Pause. There's a Bible that describes exactly what should be. And if you're a man who is claiming to be of the cloth, and you're claiming to be a 100% subscriber of everything in that book, and you're preaching this book to your people, and your wife pops up looking like that, you're a fraud.
Agreed. Hit play.
You're a fucking fraud. And that's it.
This is the most fraud.
And Holly Hobby.
What happened?
Just stop. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We might have got a shorter version. Yeah, this is a shorter version. He ain't even say the rest, I don't think. Dang. Find the longer version, the more than 2 minute and 3 versions.
Let's see what my man had to say.
No, because do that too, but do that while you find another joint or something, because we need to see both. Maybe I'll try to find another.
A preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. A preacher, two, at least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now, I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. Two, my wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I said. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you. I wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him.
Let me stop right there. I don't even know why anyone's even surprised. I mean, Jamal Bryant literally sleeps with everybody in his churches. He has multiple baby mamas. He gets women pregnant while he's married. Like, that's what he do. The fact that he's even a preacher anywhere in anyone's church and people are actually paying this man is a travesty and an abomination to the Lord. That's why I'm Catholic. going to none of you niggas' churches. I ain't going to
So crazy.
I'm not going to none of you niggas' churches. That's why I'm Catholic. I go to church on Sunday. We in and out in 45 minutes. Everybody's nice. Everybody's pleasant. And it's a hell of a network. The priest don't got half the population of the church pregnant. The priest is not basically, what's the word I'm looking for, Kirk? When you're
fornicating?
No. When you're what's the word I'm looking for? When you intentionally play towards a certain group of people.
Oh, pandering.
When you're pandering to women. The priest reads the goddamn Bible and doesn't put his own flip on it. He says, okay, today's scripture is Corinthians blah, blah, blah. And the Lord our God said this, and that. All right. Mary, God, and Jesus. Peace out. We out of here. You go to the... I ain't even going to do that. I'm not going to do that to the black church because I actually like some black churches. Shout out to Geno Jennings. Shout out to this pastor, Bishop Budden.
I just sent to your Instagram the long form version of his response.
Okay.
And go to it and go to 7 minutes. And then play right there. And we'll hear what he...
I don't know if I can do it. I can't do it on the computer.
Oh, what you got? How we gonna work it? How you
But,
want to do it?
We'll figure it out. We'll finish this and then we'll just go to it. We'll just let it play.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs.
Shout out to Patrick Wooden. This man is a national treasure. Let's go.
My wife wouldn't have done it. Yeah, see, so.
All right, that's it for him. All right. Kirk is saying that he sent me the full version of
Yeah, forgot you can't get it on Instagram.
All right, here we go.
All year, I'm trying to stop myself from cussing people out, from losing my mind, from crying in my car, from doing something crazy, doing something illegal, and all you concerned about is what I got on. You got no idea.
Hold on, what is he talking about?
I'm saying this one is 20 minutes. This is his whole sermon damn near. You ain't gonna want to watch that one. But he's still talking about, that's the one where he talks about his wife. But that's why I said fast forward to 7 minutes, because it's a 20-minute sermon. If you can't fast forward, we ain't about to watch this one, because he don't get to the part that we try and watch until 7 minutes into it.
I mean, you know what?
I can just explain the part that I wanted to get to, though. He then says how he wanted his wife to come home. He wanted a wife that he could come home to, somebody that he actually gets excited about. And so I get all that. I understand that. That's based off of what I just said earlier, right? But then he says, if you don't have you one like that, then you need to get rid of that hood, but go get rid of whatever he called her, and go find you one, because that's what you want, something that you want to get excited about, want to come home to, and all this and that. And so this same man is also advocating for divorce at the end of the day. That was my point. I'm like, how is he a pastor advocating for divorce? Like, I get that you've gotten divorced before, do your thing, but you are a man of the cloth advocating for exactly the opposite.
That's literally the definition of the flesh.
That's
literally of the flesh.
Literally, bro. So that's what I was saying. That's why I wanted to play the whole clip so you can see it front to back, because it's like, I agree. I get it. I want something that I can look at, want to come back home to, like want to be excited about when we go out and all of that good stuff. But at the same time, how you just out here advocating for, if you didn't get that, if that's what you chose, or if you did choose it and she done fell off, whatever the case may be, then go get you a divorce and go find one that is like that, because that's what my first lady gonna be. And if you don't like that, lead this church. This man is crazy, bro.
Nah, he's insane.
This man That's crazy.
He's insane. He's insane. I'll tell you, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick.
Yeah, I could use a break. I'm thirsty as shit.
We're gonna take a quick little break, and then we're gonna come back with our final thoughts. Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with our final thoughts. Cause it's getting late. What is it? Fucking damn, 11 something.
Break only gonna be like 1 minute though, cause I'm trying to go to sleep.
All right, that's a bet. All right, well look, so yeah, we're gonna take a quick 1 minute break, and we'll be right back.
Take a bathroom break, a water break, do something with yourself too.
Don't go anywhere.
Roll up.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
Motherfuckers in Washington, D.C. telling me Trump ain't about this, Trump ain't about that. My boy BD on fucking lamb running them. They tell me his brother ain't putting in no work. Shut the fuck up. Your brothers don't know shit. All y'all motherfuckers talking about Don Trump ain't no hitter, Don Trump ain't this, Don Trump ain't that. Shut the fuck up. Who do you think freed Weezy? Who do you think freed Kodak? Donald Trump, Big D. We got churches in Georgia and shit. I don't play with a motherfucking Trump like that. Mega, baby. These bitches love Darnie, and they know it. Fuck her with Biden, boy, you gon' get fucked over. Biden and Harris, they gon' change your gender. Kick them out the White House, Harris, we gon' send her. They do it all for Donnie, you boys ain't making no noise. You know that I'm an orange boy, your clique is full of trans boys. God, y'all some they-thems, God, y'all some they-thems. Mega, yeah, we right, boy, mega, we them white boys. Oh, Donnie T. Trump 2024, running the country straight out of cell block.
Now then, did you get chopped and screwed by a competitor who said they were going to hook it up, then went ghost when it was time for your delivery? Here at Gallery Furniture, you know, we stay knocking on doors like Imp C and Little Kiki. And you know, when you cop from Gallery Furniture, in 4 hours or less, our delivery team is going to show up and show out, because we don't do it for the clout. This is what Gallery Furniture and we are all about. We can't leave you riding dirty on that hand-me-down sofa. We need you to shine so clean with that new from Gallery Furniture. Text me, Mattress Mac, your triple OG partner from the north side at 281-844-1963. I'm going to plug you in with $600 off your purchase of $2,000 or more, because a real hustler like you got to be living lavish. And if your credit is
It may be a bad shot, but this is real. I mean, the bones, that's real.
Yeah, my bones, yeah. I'm 5'7" and thin. I can understand what you mean.
But that's not just thin.
No, what is it? Diane, tell me. Do you know?
It's scary thin.
I can believe what you feel. I can believe that. But do you really know? Do you really know?
No, you know.
Thank you.
Anorexia.
No way.
They've written it.
No way.
Bulimia.
No way.
That it's because of drugs.
No. Now, I grant you, I partied. But there have been times when I know I was going through a lot of emotional stress, and my eating habits were awful.
Whitney dying. Crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos
the Fresh Maker.
All right, we're back. And we're going to go ahead. Listen, this is what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great show tonight. And this is the portion of the show where we just both give our quick recap of everything we talked about to reinforce the points we were trying to make. So, real quick, Kirk Keys, a.k.a. at Winston Keys on Instagram, is going to give his final thoughts, and then I'll give mine. So, without any further ado, Kirk Keys, what are your final thoughts?
Yo, it's Winston Church Keys.
Sorry, my bad.
No offense, it's all good. But outside of that, final thoughts for the day. I'm gonna take a Cosby approach. Shout out to all the listeners that tune in, the people who tuned in for us today. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow for more content. We plan on being here at least weekly, maybe more than that if we can get this schedule consistent. Had a good time today. But first off, the politics, the important stuff. Maduro, Venezuela, oil, America first. It's Trump tripping, all of that good stuff. We got some wins. That's all I like to highlight. We got wins. Health is getting better with RFK. Trump just got some trade deals done. We ain't elaborate on them, but just know you're going to look into them and figure out exactly what just happened. And the housing situation. Corporations can't buy houses no more. And that's big. BlackRock just lost a whole lot of money. I mean, stock market wise, that's kind of a bad thing because BlackRock runs everything. But in reality wise, we need to decentralize some of this economy. So it's good in the end of the day. Back to Maduro though, we out here kidnapping presidents, man. Whether you think it's good, whether you think it's bad, whether you think it's pro-Israel, whether you think it's pro-America, unquestionably, we gotta lock down our region, our hemisphere, and locking down the #1 oil supply in this hemisphere, I think is the most important thing to do. So, as an American firster, I think this was a good move. Whether Maduro goes to these court cases and flips on everybody and we end up seeing some justice from what we've seen over the last 8 to 10 to 12 to 16 to however many years, that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to watch it play out, but either way, step 1 has been done. Step 2, 3, 4 looks like we might be attacking Colombia, might be attacking Nigeria, might be doing even more. Could end up really being war. Gotcha, bitch. But meantime, we all just gotta stay safe. Keep our eyes and ears and hearts and minds all tuned into what's really going on around us. And looking out for family, looking out for community, building together, all of that good stuff. 2026 is going to be an interesting year. I also think geopolitical wise, which we should have talked about earlier, but does this give the okay for Ukraine to go ahead and be a part of Russia now? Does this give China go ahead to tap into Taiwan now? Like, what does this look like with the rest of the world? Next topic though. Adin Ross, Jewish people, white people.
Take the weed and leave the money now. Take the what and left the what?
Doechii, feminism, black men, and crash outs.
Let's get it. Cook. Cook.
Like I said, we all got 3 options. You can crash out for no reason, you can crash out for good reason, or you can just not crash out. To the crash outs, stop turning the gun on your own man. Simple as that. Beyond that, do something productive with your life. Simple as that. If you decide you don't want to do something productive with your life, turn the tide to the enemy. Turn your energy to the energy. To the enemy. I ain't want to say to the gun because we trying to be, violent free out here. But do whatever you got to do to combat the enemy. And whether you think it's white people, Jewish people,
Other black people?
The 1% other black people facts, whoever you think it is. Well, but that's completely combating my point. You stay out of this. These are my final thoughts. I just said don't turn it on other black people, so no. But if you do think they are the enemy, don't turn your negative energy to them. Just improve them. Help them get better. But stop letting people talk to your women crazy. Whether they feminists or not, whether they like men or not, they still your sisters. And you need to also lead them and guide them and maybe get their minds right. But you still got to protect them at the same time. So that's why I'm all for crashing out on the ops at the end of the day. But make sure, like we said, it's for good reason. And just for words getting tossed around isn't necessarily good reason. So he was kind of right on that. Protecting women still in that same aspect. How are they coming out the house, and how are you showing up with them out the house, and how are you, I don't want to say allowing them to come out the house, but supporting them as they come out of the house? Because not to look like a victim blamer, but sometimes you can bring problems onto yourself. And as much as men need to train their eye, women also need to train their actions. And so we can't just be out here crashing out and then wanting support and protection from black men and expect them to crash out with you, because now we all going down. So don't react off emotion. Don't try to play into this economy and socialization of the world that makes you think you gotta be naked just to be bad. But yeah, I don't even got nothing to add to that. These are my final thoughts, I guess.
Kirk Keys in the building, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Keys. Kirk Keys. Can we get a bow, please? Can we get a bow? Can we get a bow?
Not bow.
Listen, man. Off the break, bro. Listen. This has been a I ain't gonna hold you. Like the last broadcast we had, I thought it was rough because I was just getting back in it. He was just getting back in it. Pause. That's crazy. But yo, we here, bro. We ready to do this. We ready to keep pushing the culture forward, no matter what y'all think. So, anyways, I'm gonna get to my final thoughts. Like I said, shout out to Kirk Keys. Great final thoughts. I disagree with a couple things he said, but who cares?
That's the whole point.
Like, we're here to talk. We're here to just sort this shit out. Right? So, let's get to it, though. Right? So, when it comes to this whole Venezuela situation, I hope I was clear earlier with the whole breakdown of the petrodollar. Right? To reiterate, if the petrodollar fails, we all fail. Our economy collapses. Now, was Trump wrong for lying about the reason? 100%. He was wrong. But let me ask you this. What would you do if you were tasked with having to solve all of America's problems? This issue, amongst others, was inherited from the Biden administration and previous other administrations. Think about it. He's got to juggle the economy on the brink of collapse, a proxy war with Russia, and trying to keep all of our closest allies assured that nut-ass Netanyahu won't blow them all to smithereens at a moment's notice. Do you have any idea how difficult that is? You can't really check Bibi because Israeli intelligence has damn near every influential American politician by the balls. Right? So that's a problem. But wait, there's more. They want a war with Iran that is absolutely of no benefit to us. But if we don't do, or if we don't help them with the war, then there's the risk of Israel uncovering everything that they have on us. And when I say that, I mean the blackmail that they have on us. But then, if you go to war with Iran and you lose, American hegemony is dead. If you win, you hand the keys to Israel. Now, Israel is the top dog in the Middle East and no longer needs the U.S. and probably supersedes us. Again, resulting in the U.S. losing a significant portion of our influence. This is just a sample of what the President of the United States has to juggle mentally every day. Every day he has to juggle this. This nigga inherited a nation that is already blackmailed off the break. Epstein files. Look that up. I got a lot of criticism for Trump, but at the same time, I feel sorry for him because he's gotta take on a whole lot of shit that we don't have to deal with. You wanna make good of a nation, but at the same time, there's so much shit that's already put on your desk. As soon as you get in office, you don't even know where to start. So, I mean, just right there, I gotta say, like, listen. It's a position only 47 men have had to deal with in the history of the world. And I guarantee you, those 47 men all probably regret it when they leave. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm just saying, these are all the things that the President of the United States has to ponder every day while you're twiddling your fucking thumbs pretending to work at your cubicle every day. Bottom line, Trump made a choice. He chose America. He put America first. And that's all you can ask at the end of the day. That's all you can ask. Now, as far as this Adin Ross, Doechii, and Glasses Malone and all this shit goes, I mean, this is just an example of the deeper issue we have in the black community. Black men are unfortunately just inept. We're inept culturally. We're inept socially. And to a certain degree, we're inept intellectually in the greater American society, in the greater American society for one simple reason. Matriarchy. This community is dominated by women. The households are headed, for the most part, by women. And it's to the point now where black men subconsciously respond to conflict and other problems exactly like a woman would do, emotionally. Everything I see black men talking about, whether it's politics or sports, it's all based in emotion. And with this Adin Ross situation, you can see this shit clear as day. Adin Ross responds to Doechii dissing him. She's called him a D-sucker and the whole nine. He simply responds with his own choice set of words that are also disrespectful. And the first thing these niggas do is get in their emotions and start screaming racism. But the man never mentioned race. Second, instead of just being able to disagree and rationally address him with your concerns, you automatically go straight to violence. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That hit home to me. That really hit home to me. I'm going to tell you why they hit home to me. Because I lost way too many close friends who are dead or in jail for life over some bitch that got them caught up and they responded irrationally. I got way too many friends that got them caught up into, a bitch got them caught up into way too much shit and they responded irrationally. And they're dead or in jail. Too many. Almost every time one of my friends got killed or got sent to jail, it was because of some shit a bitch stirred up. Straight up. I'm going to keep it 1,000. Bitches stirred it all up. But you can't blame the bitch. Because they acted like a bitch in response. Because they act irrationally. Why do they act irrationally? Your entire community is fueled by women and emotions. And you wonder why we in the same place. But I ain't gonna get into all that, right? Anyways, on that note, whether you agree or disagree, or you're indifferent, do me a favor, leave a comment in the comment section below. All right? Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell and select all. For myself and the rest of the crew here at Straight Talk No Chase and Trippin' Ain't Easy TV, peace out. Catch you on the next one.
Peace, my knuckles.